Hi guys, welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Molly, and if you guys already read the title, you guys know what we're doing in this video. I'm honestly quite excited for this video because this is just another way for me to tackle my physical TBR. If you guys don't know, or you guys are new here, you might not know that I am currently on a book buying ban. I've been on a buying ban since January and I have no joy left. So I have not bought any books since January in an attempt to tackle my physical TBR because it was really bad at the end of last year. It was nearly at 100 at one point. I managed to bring it down to 90 by reading some books and getting rid of some other ones. And then at the start of the year, I had about 87 or like 89 books in my physical TBR. It's currently at like 77 books in my physical TBR right now. So I want to continue that streak and continue reading books off of my physical TBR. And a really fun way to do that is by reading the highest and the lowest rated book on my physical TBR. Way we're gonna figure this out is with Goodreads. I'm gonna go ahead and screen record my screen so you guys can see. Okay, that should be it. Okay, we're gonna go to my profile. I do have a physical TBR shelf on my Goodreads. This has been my way of tracking my physical TBR and being able to see and know exactly which books are on my TBR. So we're gonna go to my physical TBR, and I already have it organized by average rating. The highest rated book on my physical TBR right now is The Story of the Lost Child. This is the 4th book on the Napolitan series. I am gonna skip this one because I have a tradition of reading Elena Ferrante's books during the summertime, and we're gonna continue with that tradition. I'm also not ready to finish that series, so we're gonna skip that one. We're also gonna go ahead and skip Perfume and Pain and Housemates. These are ARC copies, so they're automatically gonna be quite highly rated just because there's a very few reviews for both of these books at the moment, so we're gonna skip those. So the 4th highest rated book on my physical TBR is Betty by Tiffany McDaniel. I have her right here. I went ahead and started this last night. I don't have much to say since I just started it, but I have read Tiffany McDaniel's previous works. I've read On the Savage Side, and I've read The Summer That Melted Everything for a video. I honestly love Tiffany McDaniel's writing and her stories. She's just incredible, but she loves to do something, and it's to make her characters go through absolute hell. Like the most depraved things that a person can go through, she makes her characters go through it. So I'm really scared of this one. I've been putting this one off for the longest time, and it's the reason why I wanted to go ahead and film this video, just to like get it out of the way. So in Betty, we follow this little girl named Betty. She is the 6th out of 8 siblings in her household. They are a quite poor family. The mother was very young when she started having children, and when she married Betty's father. Betty's father is also Cherokee, and so is Betty. She is quite dark, and because of that, she is often a target of bullying and racism. It doesn't help that they live in a very small town. It's also quite funny because they live in the same town that The Summer That Melted Everything was set in. They live in Breathed, Ohio, I think is how you pronounce it. So I feel like the characters from The Summer That Melted Everything are gonna pop out at any moment, like Saul and Fielding, I think they were called. So far, really intrigued. I love a family story and reading about family dynamics. Okay, so we're gonna see which is the lowest rated book on my physical TBR. We're gonna toggle this average rating thing here. The first one is Fake Accounts by Lauren Euler. I have this one right here. I bought this one so long ago, you guys. I bought this one at the start of my Bookstagram journey. I don't know who talked about it in a positive light that I thought, yeah, I should get that one, because when I bought it and when I got it is when I actually searched it up on Goodreads, and I saw that actually not a whole lot of people liked it, and so it's been on my TBR ever since. So I'm not surprised that this is the lowest rated book on my physical TBR. I'm gonna read you guys a synopsis because I have no idea what this is about anymore. On the eve of Donald Trump's inauguration, a young woman stoops through her boyfriend's phone and makes a startling discovery. He's an anonymous internet conspiracy theorist, and a popular one at that. Already fluent in internet fakery, irony, and outrage, she's not exactly shocked by the revelation. Yeah, that description does not sound very appealing to me anymore. So we'll see what I think about this one. These are the books we'll be reading in this video, and early predictions, I'm gonna love this one and I'm gonna hate this one.
Hello, Ramona. I can't shake the simplest feeling beyond the ghost. We stand on the opposite shore. Hello, Ramona. I reach through mysterious ceilings, my only hope. I look for the things I don't know. All in this, I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honestly don't. I should be the last to know. We're all in this, I stand alone.
You guys, it has not been that long since we last talked to each other, but in real time it has been over a week. I have some reading updates because I'm nearly done with Betty by Tiffany McDaniel. I was coming in with some expectations of being completely trauma bonded to this book and emotionally wrecked, and I was preparing for the worst basically, because I am familiar with McDaniel's other works and I know how gut-wrenching her stories are and how just good of a writer she is. So I was really prepared, and it has been quite tame, to be honest. Like, in comparison to On the Savage Side, it's really tame. It's not that heart-wrenching. I haven't cried yet. Don't get me wrong though, some fucked up things are happening in this book, but in comparison to her other works, I will probably rank this one the lowest. I'm not saying that I'm not enjoying this one, but in terms of what I was expecting, it's not that. This book is told from her perspective. She is quite young when we start following her life. She's only like 8 or something, and right now where I'm at, she's 17. So we follow her through her entire childhood until late teenagehood. Since we are following Betty when she's a child, she uses a lot of imagination in order to change the reality that she lives in. It's kind of heart-wrenching to see horrific events happening to her or to someone she loves, and she rewrites it to be something more beautiful. It reminds me a lot of On the Savage Side because of it. I am enjoying my time with this one again, but it is so much slower than her other works. It's also quite a chonker, and I do like the fact that we follow this family, we follow Betty. I'm not a fan of child POVs, but I do like Betty a lot. I like her character a lot, so I'm enjoying it. If you're planning on reading Tiffany McDaniel, I will start off with like The Summer That Melted Everything, and then Probably Betty, and then On the Savage Side. A couple pages left, so hopefully I'll finish it this weekend and come back with you with final thoughts. I'll probably give my official ranking for Tiffany McDaniel's works, but yeah, that's Betty. Boy oh boy, I DNF'd this. I couldn't do it, you guys. This is just as bad as everyone on Goodreads says it is. I bought this so long ago. I don't even remember who said something positive about this book, who made me buy this, because they absolutely fucking lied to me. I want to know who it is because I'm coming for you. I started reading this on my Kindle during work. I think the fact that I DNF'd this not even 5% in should be enough to tell you guys how bad this is. Oh my god, the first page was such a slog to get through. She goes on and on about how the interface of Instagram looks like and works. Like, she describes where every single feature on Instagram looks like or what it does. Like, I know what Instagram looks like. I don't need you to tell me the mechanics of how the feed works. Like, I know. Yeah, that was one annoying thing. The other annoying thing was that it was so pretentious. It was just, oh my god, I got really annoyed with it real quick. And I'm already in kind of like, I wouldn't say a slump, but my reading this month has been very, very slow, and I didn't want to risk it and put myself in a reading slump, so I just DNF'd this at the first sign that I wasn't going to gel with it. At least I can finally get this one out of my bookshelf. It's been haunting me. Those are the reading updates so far. I'm gonna continue reading Betty, and I'll let you guys know.
Hi friends. I've been putting off filming this little part of this video, the outro part, the final thoughts, because honestly, the more I think about it, the more I think Betty is Tiffany McDaniel's weakest work. And I feel bad saying that because this is McDaniel's most personal work. Betty is the name of her grandmother, I think it was, and it's McDaniel's own family story. And it's a very brutal type of story that tackles like incestual rape, suicide, mental illness. A really, really rough book. And it definitely has Tiffany McDaniel's signatures of beautiful lyrical writing and just awful things happening to people who don't really deserve it. It's been over 2 weeks since I finished Betty, and I don't think about it. I've forgotten most of it, and I'm struggling to even understand how I'm feeling about it, because yes, I enjoyed this one a lot while I was reading it, and no time while I was reading did I think this is too much, that I couldn't handle what was going on, or that it was boring. Because I'll be honest, she's a chunker. She's over 500 pages long, and it did drag on a couple of times. It was not as engaging as On the Savage Side or The Summer That Melted Everything was for me. I didn't really care too much about the characters. I don't really rate books on my channel, but I still do on Goodreads just for old time's sake. You know, it's a feature on the app, so whatever. The reason I don't really like to share ratings on my YouTube channel or something like that, or just like make it such a big importance when I'm talking about books, is because I think ratings are so personal. What I think is a 3 stars might not be your 3-star rating. My 3 stars, I say it's a positive rating. It's like I liked the book. It had a lot of strong points, but there were a few things that just didn't work for me. And that is to say that I initially rated Betty at 4 stars on Goodreads, and I think I was still coming down from like the emotional high of this book. Everything was fresh. Now actually thinking about it and being 2 weeks post reading, I actually lowered my rating on Goodreads to 3 stars, because while I did enjoy this, it was ultimately just okay. Yeah, I think my official ranking of Tiffany McDaniel's works, The Summer That Melted Everything, first place for sure, and then On the Savage Side, second place, and then Betty, third place. And yeah, that is this reading vlog, you guys. Honestly, I just call this Betty reading vlog because I did not I did not even give big accounts a fair chance, because it was just unbearable from the start. Definitely Betty's the winner, even though I had some really complicated feelings at the end of it. But yeah, I really did enjoy this reading vlog, and I hope you guys liked watching this as well. This was a really fun way of tackling my physical TBR, and I think I might do this again sometime soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys stick around if you're new here, and if you are old here, thank you so much for being here. Love you. Bye.